Joshua Williamson and Gleb Melnikov set up a grand adventure for Damien Wayne as the wayward hero sets out for a quest to find the League of Lazarus Tournament, a deadly game of Mortal Kombat where the winner will become the greatest fighter in the world. Joshua Williamson, hot off setting up Infinite Frontier, delivers an exciting opening act to his much anticipated Robin solo series, skillfully setting up the big tournament the series is based around and moving everything into position for an exciting looking storyline. I really like that Damien is still being haunted by the memory of Alfred and how his mind is making him feel the guilt for what happened to Alfred, as well as everything that happened after that. It's a great parallel to Dick Grayson, who has also been dealing with the ghost of Alfred of sorts, and how both sons sort of deal with grief and deal with this missing parent figure. Of course, with a great tournament arc comes great new characters, and the book is full of them, including the introduction of Flatline, who, if I had to guess, will become the arch nemesis of Robin this series, although judging by the end of the issue, that probably won't be very long. Flatline's introduction also was a great showcase of Damien's arrogance when it comes to skill and fighting, and he always thinks he's the best there is, and the best there is in the room at the time, so I'm looking forward to the book taking him down a peg or two in that regard. Gleb Melnikov also continued on the series after the short backups with Williamson in the Batman book and continues to give the storyline this great, almost manga-like art style or anime-like art style, and funnily enough, he actually gets to draw some manga in this issue as Damien is a big manga fan by the looks of it. I love his punk rock style for Flatline as well. It's a fantastic look for the character and stands her out amongst all of the other fighters, and Damien's new red and grey fight costume looks really great here as well. Robin issue 1 was a great opening act for Joshua Williamson's new solo series and tournament arc. I enjoyed getting introduced to all of the new cool characters created for the story, as well as some returning faces like Connor Hawke and King Snake. With the hell of a cliffhanger that the issue ended on, I'm very much looking forward to seeing how Robin gets out of this one. I'm going to give this issue a 9 out of 10. Robin issue 1 finds Batman remembering how Damien looked at him as if he was looking in a mirror. He knew the boy would always be a handful ever since he was brought to him by his mother, and calling him entitled was an understatement. And he never once questioned that one day he would be Batman, and there is no doubt that Damien Wayne can take care of himself. Batman swings through the rainy Gotham roofs, asking the family to report in, but none of the Bat family have found Damien or any trace of him, including Oracle, who gets no pings of facial recognition, meaning he's now well off the grid. Bruce heads to Damien's room, telling the others that he's been trained well, but he needs more than training, and he's angry because of Alfred and Gotham and Bane and Joker. He knows Damien only ever saw what he was today, not what took Bruce to get him where he is, and all of the challenges and losses that he endured to become the Batman. Oracle reassures Bruce that they will find his son soon, as Damien meanwhile battles the King Snake in a cage match. The villain monologues about, despite being blind, his strikes are deadlier than anything Damien has fought before, and he is in search of the League of Lazarus and has spent his entire fortune to try and find them. Damien easily dodges his blows as the man continues his monologue. Knowing Damien smells the same as the other little birds he's fought, but he knows the boy is Robin, son of the Bat, having heard whispers about his fall from grace. He asks if Damien wants to throw in the towel, and he will go easy on him, demanding Damien answer him. The boy does, kneeling him in the face, beating him over and over with his fists, saying that his tattoo he has on his chest is stupid, and he knows nothing about the boy or his family. Robin is awarded the knockout of the match, given a bundle of cash, told by the promoter that he would have doubled it had he killed the man, but Robin says nothing, taking his leave. Later on, Damien reads a manga about two young artists, getting very invested in the story as the ghost of Alfred wonders if this is the mystery he was expecting, saying he hides from his father in the farthest reaches of the world, but he chooses to fight King Snake and humiliate him all because he is Bane's father. Damien tells him not to get this twisted, since this wasn't about revenge and King Snake was just a fighter that was on the docket. A nearby homeless family asks passers-by for some money as Alfred asks if this is how Damien wished his life to be now. Damien says that his father did this once and Alfred approved of it, but Alfred is quick to say he never did such a thing. He had no choice but to be supportive, just as he supported Damien as Robin. He asks the boy if he knows who he is, but Damien says that he will find the League of Lazarus in the tournament and win and find out why his parents kept it all from him. He knows that the Alfred in front of him is just a guilt trip and they aren't real as a cloaked being comes by, giving Damien a marker of the League of Lazarus Tournament, saying that by accepting it, he accepts the rules, and he needs to be on the boat within the next 15 minutes or don't bother coming. Damien gives his fight winnings to the poor family nearby as later on the boat, the group of fighters talk about who they had to fight to get the marker. They soon talk about Damien, thinking he's a little bit too young to be part of this tournament. Some of the people know he looks familiar, but the storm around the boat soon subsides, as the hooded man from the fore tells them that they cannot leave the island until the competition is over, and any communication with the outside world will be punished. The fighters are welcomed to the Lazarus Island as Rose Wilson spots Damien, wondering if his father knows he's there. Damien spots someone who is dangerously close to some copyright infringement on Deathstroke, learning their name is Respawn, and they are the reason he's going to regret coming to this island. A hooded being nearby talks to the cloaked Connor Hawke, telling him that the son of the Bat is his biggest competition, as the owner of the island, Mother Soul, welcomes them all to the island, explaining that once every 100 years the League gathers the best fighters of the world and they will become living legends. She warns them against fraternization with one another, since making friends here hurts a fighter, but if they made it this far into the tournament, then friends is the least of their worries. Damien says the woman talks too much, taking off his cloak and demanding a fight. Ravager tells him to chill out since there's things happening there he doesn't understand. Damien introduces himself as Robin, son of the Bat, and the demon's blood flows through his veins, wondering if he has to fight all of them one-on-one or he can take them all down at once. Mother Soul says that she had hoped to break bread before the fights, but she is not one to turn down a dinner and a show. A challenger soon appears in the form of Flatline, who races to attack Robin. Flatline says that Damien is about to flatline, making the boy wonder why they always banter to hide their fear. Flatline reveals that she was trained by some of the greatest fighters to ever die, absorbing their deaths and learning from them, as she predicts that Damien's weakness is just that. She says the rumor has it that Batman always wins, so it's hard to be trained by someone who never really truly has tasted defeat. Damien says that she can tell him all about it when she loses. He goes to kick the woman, but she easily blocks the blow, punching her hand straight through Damien's chest and pulling out his heart, telling him the #1 rule of the Lazarus Island and the tournament is that they fight to the death.